Well, I think everyone's familiar with this shed because that's all I do. So today we've got a couple of things on the go. Nothing too major, but I've got to get this car somewhat drivable so I can at least go away New Year's. So yeah, I've got a couple of things cut out. So rear bar plate, oops, a couple of corner gussets and a spare wheel bracket for a rear bar. But yeah, a couple end caps in it. But yeah, there's a couple of things I've got cut out, but I'm not going to be doing the rebar today because I don't have time. So today we're pretty much going to be chucking these things in, which I'm bloody excited for. So yeah, you don't really last that long in the old GQ seats and then your back starts getting sore or whatever. So this is going to be a pretty cool upgrade. I have sat in these before in other cars and they're definitely, yeah, my favourite sort of seat that fits in a GQ. So yeah, I'm looking forward to get them in. I've tried a few other seats and yeah, definitely these are the top pick for me. So we'll be using the Hurricane Fab mounts. So they come into post the other day. I've had a quick look. I haven't really opened that much, but yeah, it looks good quality. Obviously, when you buy them, you're also paying for the fact that they are certified to be road legal as such. So if yeah, you get them sighted by an engineer, they sign them off, and yeah, them seats are then road legal. So that's another bonus with that. Obviously, with the car getting engineered, that is a must. So a couple other things we've got going today. What else? The bar work's obviously all off. I've got to finish welding out the front bar and put a few more little things in there, which won't take too long. I've got to measure up all these plates for the sliders because it's all getting plated in. So I've got to measure them up, but they won't be getting cut until the new year. And then Justin's been around, but he hasn't quite finished yet. Yeah, all this stuff's getting wired in. Yeah, it's a bit messy. I've got the dash out, doing all sorts of mods. So yeah, obviously that's got to all go together. This video won't be dropping until the new year, probably a couple of weeks into January, I reckon. But it is actually the day before Christmas. So yeah, I need to get mainly all the inside of the car stuff buttoned up. So Justin's going to come around today, I think. Well, I hope. And yeah, button up all the stuff on the inside. So then I can at least take the car away for New Year's. We're going camping at our little spot again. So obviously I don't need the bar work in that for going camping up there, but I do need all the other stuff ready to go. So it's actually a couple of days later. Justin ended up coming around and finishing off most of the wiring. We did run into a couple of little dramas, so he's got to come back. But yeah, we ended up just smashing all the wiring out. I didn't really do anything else. I just gave him a hand and whatever, and he done his thing. So that ended up pretty much taking up the rest of the day, and I had no time to do much else. I did get a little bit of time, and I yeah, got the front bar up and welded out most of the backside. I just got to spin it around and weld a couple little bits on the front. I've got to get a fair lead made, which obviously won't be happening until the new year because everyone's shut. So yeah, that's sort of whatever. I don't really need that, but I am actually going away tomorrow morning and the car is still a mess. So I want to get the seats in and yeah, I've got to clean everything up. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, so this is what we done. So turn the key, and this little solenoid here is the sort of like the dual battery one. So turn the key and it links up the front battery to the back, and then you flick on the winch power. Turn that off. So winch power, and that turns on the isolator to the front. So that's obviously, yeah, turns on the volt gauge, and we've got power at the front. And then this is the 1224 volt. So you flick it, and we got 24. Flick it back, got 12. Obviously the battery's a little bit flat, they've been sitting around. So I did want to try and use a winch in, winch out switch, one of these rocker switches. But it has to be a certain switch. So they do supply a switch, but it doesn't fit in the dash. It's too fat and it's too narrow. So Justin's gonna try and find a switch that's this configuration on the back, because these aren't. But it has to be sort of like a rocker switch, because it latches one way and the other. So it's like a winch in, winch out switch. But yeah, whatever. Justin knows his thing, and he's gonna try and sort that out. So I can have one of these style switches in there, which is what I want. So yeah, pretty much all this is done. I don't know, like it's a little bit, there's a lot going on here, but I can't help that. That's just the way it is. So once the seat goes down and the bit of ply goes on top of that, it's all good. There's nothing really else in here that needs doing. And it is actually booked in for the panel beaters on February the 1st. So he's going to fix up the roof gutter and that first, so I can put the roof sliders on, and then I've got to take it back and he's going to fix up the sill and the quarter and whatever. So it's going to be, yeah, the car's not going to be for a couple of weeks, I assume, however long it takes. So I probably won't have content in February because I'm also getting married, so that will also take a lot of my time, but I need the car ready for that so it can go away after the wedding. So it's going to be a tight couple of months because I need all that done, and then I've got to try and get all the engineering done, and then we're going away at Easter to South Australia, so hopefully the bloody borders are open. And the front shocks aren't going to be till late February as well, so that's annoying, but obviously can't do anything about it, but that's just the way it goes. So it's going to be a hectic couple months, start of February, I reckon, to try and get it all done and buttoned up by April 1st, I suppose, which is when we're heading over. And yeah, obviously we're going for a bit of a trip after the wedding, so the car has to be sort of drivable then. So yeah, I've got lots to do between now and then. Even just little stuff, I've got to get the bar and the winch and whatever on, so build the rear bar, twin swingaways on it, roof rack, roof sliders. There's so much to do. So it's going to be a pretty wild couple of months, but hopefully I can smash it all out. And while Justin was here, he did gas up the aircon, because yeah, I got it gassed up a couple of years ago and it worked brilliantly, and then yeah, it obviously stopped working, and I was curious as to what it is, so he gassed it up for me, and we found that the evaporator in the dash is leaking. Obviously it's corroded and whatever's going on in there. So I've got to pull the evaporator out, which I haven't done before. I'm sort of hoping you can do it with the dash. I don't want to pull the dash out because that is not something that I want to do. So I'm hoping, yeah, you can pull the fan box and the evaporator and that out, and gives you a good chance to clean it all up, clean out the fan box, because they always end up with little leaves and crap in there. And so do all that, and then yeah, you can gas the aircon back up, and I'll have aircon again, which I will need real soon. So that'll be something I'll be doing pretty much when I get back from New Year's. But anyway, for now, we'll start banging these seats in, I reckon. I'll just clean this stuff up, which I don't obviously need a video, and yeah, we'll start banging these seats in. They shouldn't take too long, and then we'll go from there. Also, one thing I will say is all your positive terminals, I've got this bit too for the batteries. Always cover up the positive terminals for obvious reasons. And another thing that I always preach to everyone, doesn't matter who it is, I always say it, fire extinguishers. So I had a smaller one here. I think it's a 1 kilo one, is it? Yeah, 1 kilo. So that used to be here. And then This one used to be in the back somewhere, but obviously I had to move it. So yeah, I've got a 1.5 at the feet of each passenger, or driver and passenger. And then, yeah, I'm going to put this little 0.9 one under here because it fits good in there. I've got to obviously cover up them terminals because they're all positives. So yeah, fire extinguishers are a must. I wouldn't mind fitting maybe one more in here, so I've got 4. Yeah, watching your pride and joy burn to the ground because you don't have fire extinguishers, yeah, it would be not good. And it's something I never want to witness, so yeah, always make sure I carry heaps of fire extinguishers. All right, so I made a start on the seats. Yeah, obviously unboxed it here. I did buy the seat covers that they make or whatever and supply. So I thought, oh, yeah, canvas seat covers, easier just to buy it all at once. And yeah, so I'm keen to see how the seat covers go. But anyway, I made a start. So the rails are off the passenger seat. They do come with detailed colour instructions, so it's pretty basic by the looks of it. Yeah, a couple adapter rails and some spacers and bolts and whatever. So yeah, there claims to be no modification or bolting, so we'll find out, I guess. I'll keep ticking along. So that's pretty much it. The rails are on. It's nothing too extravagant, a couple adapter plates and some spacers and whatever. So yeah, I'm not going to show you how to do it because there is some good coloured instructions that come with it, and that would be wasting your time and my time. So yeah, instructions easy to follow. It's all pretty straightforward. So about half an hour of piss farting around and the rails are on. Now I'll chuck them in the car and I'll chuck the seat covers on them, and then yeah, I'll do the driver's side. And the driver's side's now done. So I'm actually going to put the seat covers on now because I've done it in the car before, and not that it's hard, but it's easier on the outside. So I'll do that as well. It's pretty comfy there. Little thing I found is I had to weld up just a little crack there. It was just starting to crack, so I drilled it out and put a bit of a weld on it. So a bit of a hot dip. Yeah, if you're going to buy these seats to chuck in your car, before you buy them, flip them upside down and just check the front of the rails and yeah, check the condition underneath before you buy them. Because not that it was hard to weld up, but if I had spotted that when I bought them, which I didn't, you know, could have saved myself 50 bucks or whatever, you know, knock them down a bit of price there. So yeah, check that. But yeah, anyway, I'll bang it in and we'll have a look, and then I'll finish off what else I've got to do. All right, it's all in. So it's pretty bloody easy, to be honest. It's I've sat in it for a little bit and it gets the tick of approval. The seat covers are comfy. Yeah, no complaints there. So good upgrade. The only downside I can see is you lose a little bit of leg room in the back. So I wouldn't like to be sitting in the back, but my little chainsaw, me 390 still fits in there, which is a bonus because that's sort of where it lives. Yeah, everything's all good. So I'll pack up my stuff, and I've still got to put a roof rack on and put a spare wheel on the back door and whatever, but obviously I'm not going to video that crap. So I'll finish up here, but what I am going to do is I'm going to pick up some cool little handmade things that will go in the car, and I'll go pick them up later and I'll show you when I'm back at home. So I'll check in when we're back at home. All right, so I've just got home. These are the couple little goodies I got. So canvas bags made up. So I've got the camp oven in that one. This one's got a gas cooker, and then I've just got two to organise the stuff that's in the drawers in the wagon. So I've got some tools that float around and some other stuff that float around. So yeah, I measured them up and gave her dimensions for them, but I did drop off my gas cooker and the camp oven, and she made them up too. So they are made by a friend of ours. She does have a Facebook page. I'll write it somewhere on the screen or whatever. It's Sam Sews. Yeah, it does a really good job, and who doesn't want to organise stuff with canvas bags? So this has been something I've been wanting to do for ages, and then yeah, I've seen that she does it, so it was easy for me to organise, and yeah, local pickup and drop off. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to chucking all that in my car tomorrow. So if you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and drop a comment. I'm always replying, I'm always checking them out, so yeah, make sure you comment down below. And if you are a new viewer, make sure you subscribe to keep up to date with what's going on. So I do have a little bit coming up which I'm looking forward to, but other than that, yeah, we'll catch us on the next one.